Hello again, you alright?
Yeah, before I forget, I've got to show you this, and I wear this for all my interviews. Can you see? These are my
Brilliant.
Massive Wagons socks. They're my
I
lucky
like the trousers
socks.
as well.
What?
I like the trousers as well.
Thank you. But these socks make me feel like Wonder Woman. There's
Do
just
they?
something superhero-ish about them. So I think so if anyone's wondering what socks I wear during my interviews, these are the ones.
Are they your
Unless
lucky
I have
interview
interviews 2 days in a row, which I don't wear them twice, But anyway, I want to talk about your new album, which is House of Noise. It's out on the 17th of July.
Yeah.
I know pre-orders already started, so people can get their hands on this album now, can't they, through Earache Records?
Yeah, they can, yeah.
Tell us about the album. Is it similar to Full Nelson, or have you gone in a different direction?
I mean, we've always absolutely just done. We've never consciously changed any direction any time we've recorded anything, really. It's always just been whatever it's been, really. Whatever songs appear when we're writing, that's the songs we go with, really. It's all about where we are at the time, I suppose. And however it turns out, there's not really any plan at the start as to how it's going to sound at the end. But it is odd. It is odd that this album seems to have landed, and I'm really happy about that. It's landed right between Welcome to the World and Full Nelson in terms of like a kind of a style. I mean, Full Nelson certainly opened us up to a huger fan base because it's a bit more commercial sounding, and the songs are a bit catchy and a bit more lightweight, maybe. Then you get the old school Wagons fans that say, yeah, it's great, but I really like the heavier stuff on Welcome to the World, and I appreciate that. And I think this album sits right in between those two albums, to be honest, in terms of sort of the songs that are on it. They're a bit, the catchiness is still there, but they're a bit more powerful, if you like, a bit more raw and a bit more driven. I think it's right in between the albums somewhere, to be honest, in style.
Yeah. And you just released a new music video for Banging in Your Stereo.
Yeah.
And I love this video. And I watched it, it's all Lego. And I thought, this reminds me of a video I saw recently by Bootyard Bandits, a Hoedown Showdown. I then found out that it was the drummer from that band that actually created this one for you. To tell us about how the concept of the video and how it was created, because I know it took a long time to create the one for Bootyard Bandits. This must have taken ages, and it's a fantastic video. And I recommend anyone who hasn't seen it yet, go and check it out.
Yeah, well, it's a work of art. It's a work of art. The man's a genius. He must have the patience of a saint. I don't know how he does it. I don't know the process. I remember seeing the Bootyard one and just being blown away. Such a clever, and he's done it so well. It's not like a cobbled together job, where he's really done it. Look professional.
Really impressive.
He's really impressive. Where we are at the moment with the whole lockdown situation, we can't get together. Deciding to release the album obviously presents its problems, and making videos for singles is a big problem because we can't get together, and we can't get like in it together when we got everybody down. We can't do that again. And we had a talk, and it was actually, I think it was somebody from Earache suggested it, and we talked to Paul, and again, Paul's in lockdown. Paul needs work. Paul needs to be creative, and he needs to earn some money, and he needs to keep churning out things, So he was like, I'd love to do one. And as for the concept, we just left it up to him. To be honest, he's a clever bloke. He's got a great imagination, and he's very, very creative. And he came up with it. I mean, when he came up with his ideas, we did discuss them. Like, he said, "What would you like? What do you think about this?" We had input, but the end product was largely down to him. He came up with it.
And so he's done the whole thing while you've been in lockdown.
Yeah. I don't know how long it's taken. Probably taken.
That's very, very
maybe
impressive.
A month, just over a month. Maybe, I think.
Patience of a saint.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Alex, he's amazing. Yeah, he's blown us away with it, really.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, I'm assuming you will have had plans to tour around the release of the new album, which probably aren't going to happen now. But you have announced a European tour for later in the year, so Germany and I think a date in the Netherlands. Yeah. So is that still planned to go ahead? And it's in November time, isn't it?
As far as I know, I mean, it's a tough one. It was hard. It was a hard decision at the beginning of all this, when nobody knew any information. Do we pull tours? And then we pulled the first European tour, and that you feel bad about that, but it was on the no other way to operate. That's what everybody had to do that.
Yeah.
And then you think to yourself, well, you know, you've got to almost be first out of the gate again and take a punt. I mean, I know Phil Campbell, he's booked some tour, a tour or a European tour. There's a few of the bands I've seen have booked tours. We talked to our agent, and he's like, you know, you can't wait too long to find out what's going on.
No.
You know, you've got to almost try and think ahead of the game.
Yeah, bite the bullet and just hope for the best, really.
Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows. I don't know if it's going to go ahead or it's going to be pulled.
Yeah. Well, hopefully November time we'll be okay, but we don't know at the moment. But do you have a big fan base there in Germany, in Holland? I mean, was there a particular reason you chose those countries to do your European tour in?
Well, I mean, Germany's amazing. I mean, we went across there with Thunder, and then we went across and did a few shows of our own, a headline show, and it went really well. And we sold out the headline date that we played, and we did a little festival as well. And it's just a really great country, and this seems to be. Yeah. We've got a great a woman called Claudia that does our PR in Germany, and yeah, she's got all the radio stations on board, and it just seems to go down really well. I don't know, yeah, and it just makes sense. We've been playing the UK for non-stop for sort of 10 years. It's, you know, you come to a point where you're just boring people to death. You've got to make strides into the territories, don't you? And you can give the UK a break. If you start going down well in Germany, we want to do this for a living maybe one day, you've got to be able to move around Europe or move around the world and give each country a break. And then when you go back next time, it's, you know, hopefully the fact you haven't been there for a while, you're bringing people out to gigs. But Holland, the Netherlands, I mean, we've never been there, but it seems to be a popular place streaming wise. So we thought, well, we'll try that part of the world, you know. I mean, I don't know. Well, it's just a bit of a punt. You've got to start somewhere. You've got to do that sort of back of a van tour for the first time in every country at some point. So just got to get stuck in, you know?
And I know I've asked you this before, but do you have any plans to tour in the US? Because I think you've probably got a sufficient fan base over there by now.
Yeah,
to do quite well.
I mean, it's just a big place, though, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, you could have an amazing fan base over there and have one person in each city. I don't know. And each city is thousands of miles away. I just don't know how it works in America.
No.
We've said before, the only way we'd go to America is if it'd have to work.
Yeah.
You couldn't take, whereas you could go to Germany and take a punt, you know, because it's on your doorstep. But in America, you have to work, you know,
a bit further away.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of planning, and it's a big risk to take. I mean, I suppose if we were going to go over there with an established band or somebody, you know, who was going to selling tickets, I don't know. Yeah, I know it's something to think about, isn't it?
Definitely, something to think about. So we mentioned the European tour in November. You have got other festival dates coming up that haven't been cancelled yet. I know there's Planet Rock's Rocktober in October. And then there's some others sort of later, sort of towards the end of the year. Are there any others that you've got planned that are still possibly going ahead, where people can see
you? Crikey. Well, did you say the Planet Rock thing? You said that, yeah. We got the
October, the 2 dates.
With Kenny Wayne Shepherd, isn't it? And
that's the one, King. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Well, as far as I know, they were still going ahead.
Yeah.
So far. I mean, we did have one in Bradford, Bradstock. I think that's just been postponed.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I don't know, to be honest. It's just all a massive blur.
It is, isn't it?
I don't know what's cancelled and what's not cancelled or postponed. I mean, none of it's cancelled. You know, don't get me wrong. It's all just postponed, isn't it? Till you can find. I mean, we haven't been to Ireland for blinking ages, and it took us years to get back over there. And we had 4 or 5 dates booked, and I'm absolutely mortified. That's had to be postponed, but.
I think you're doing well if you know what day of the week it is at the moment. Never mind what you're doing in 5-6 months down the line.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, it's just bizarre, isn't it?
I want to ask you a question. I'm sure lots of people ask. What is your favourite song to play live?
My favourite song to play live?
Say favourite top 3. Top 3 favourites.
Oh, crikey, I don't know. It's an old one for us. I mean, whenever, in terms of like the crowd and stuff. Whenever you play Ratio, it seems to be like a flick a switch, and everybody goes crazy. And
I thought that might be one of them.
Although I've sung the song more than a million billion times, you can the song gets tired, but the crowd reaction never gets tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't beat seeing people jumping up and down. That is just the best feeling ever. I love playing that. I love. To be honest, we only just got to play. We sort of played 3 or 4 gigs before this lockdown, and we played some new stuff. And that's we played a song called Freak City, which went down really well, and Banging in Your Stereo, that went down really well. Immediately, you know, they're great songs to sing, to play. Old stuff. I like playing Black Witch. That's a good song. I like playing that. We don't play that anymore. Yeah, I don't know. All of them. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, well, I wish you the best of luck with the new album.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm sure it's going to be received incredibly well, and I look forward to seeing you when you're next on tour, whenever that might be.
Yeah.
Probably at Rocktober, because I'll be there interviewing the bands again. So, well, I'll see you in Sheffield.
Great stuff.
Take care.
See you later.
Rest of the guys. Love to watch.
Will do.
Bye.
Bye.